Hey, Peareoke here. There's a tornado warning watch where I'm at, and I'm not exactly thrilled about going to sleep with that being the case. So I'm going to be up for a little bit, and I figured I'd show you a few more of the features available to you with MidiCo, some of the advanced stuff, and now that I can actually screen grab and talk at the same time, go back over some of the stuff I did the first video. So we'll start by opening up the track here, and we're working with In the Sink by Plumtree, better known for their track Scott Pilgrim, which of course inspired the comic, which inspired the movie. Um, MidiCo is a karaoke host situation, I think. It can play all sorts of audio, it can do a lot of things, but we're going to be focusing just on the maker, which is a karaoke CDG maker. So I'm going to click Open Maker, um, and we'll load the file. So we're going to go to Change Soundtrack, and the song we want is the YouTube video. I mentioned in the other video, but I like to hear the words of the song being sung while I sync them for the sake of ease. So as you can hear, now this is the automatically uploaded computer version of the track. It's available for pretty much any song on YouTube if you look far enough. And as you can hear, it still has the vocal in it. So now that I've got that track loaded in, I'm going to make sure my lyrics are good. I grabbed these off of Genius. They seem to be the most accurate, generally speaking. And like I said before, you just want to make sure over here that everything is fitting on the screen. So we go back up and we see that, oh, okay, I brought my worm collection, isn't actually going to fit. So we do a line break. And everything's looking good. Usually I will try to put my line breaks on a little more specifically, but that's not necessary for this video right here. And that was the severe thunderstorm warning you may have just heard in the background. That's great. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about here is the lyrics and how they display themselves. As you can see, this is my traditional Arial black font with the pear green color. You are not limited to that by any means. Any font that is installed on your system, so we'll just pick Bebas as an example, can be used. You can change the number of lines if you want. I'm trying to kind of maintain a visual identity, so I'm going with 4 lines on every song and Arial black. You can also change up where the vocals display. I don't know why you would want them to be anywhere but center, but like for example, if you were doing a 2 vocal track, maybe you would want them to display up higher. Okay, and just get this back to the regular position. The other thing you can do is set a background image. I've got my little Peareoke logo pair up here on the left, but I just did a quick little mock-up of Funbox just as an example of how anybody can put any logo back there if they wanted to. And we'll go back to Peareoke. Okay, and the last thing you can do is you can upload any number of images. So we're just going to do the Plumtree album cover. If you want to add more images, you would just go to this plus here, So you wanted to add an image, you could do additional images. What else? I think maybe that kind of covers some of those advanced features. So we'll go through and listen to the song and sync it up. One thing you do have to do is clear the previous sync. Okay, here we go. And I'm just hitting spacebar every time the word comes up. Okay, well, I didn't have the screen selected, so I really screwed that up, but that's fine. That gives us a good example of screwing up and fixing it, so that'll be perfect. So as you can see, I totally missed the first timing on that because I didn't have the right window selected. So today is coming in right about here. Actually a little there. As you just kind of saw, I didn't really mean to do that, but you can grab as many words as you want and drag them. Okay. And again, we kind of got off here. So once you select a word, you've got this little dragger and you can change the length as much as you want. And we're going to throw will be my day. Okay. Still a little off, but you get the idea. Okay, so once you have those lyrics in, the thing that I would do is go up here to change soundtrack, and we're going to put in the UVR ripped vocal out version. And then let's bring up our display so we can see. Here on the display, you have a couple options. You can display background images or not. So if I wanted to get rid of my pair, I would do that. But I want my pair so that people know who made this. The next one over here is called teleprompter. And I'm not sure, we don't need display 2. Yeah, so right now the teleprompter's off. You don't see this. Oh, it's on. Sorry. So if it was off, you wouldn't have the scroll or the timing. But when it's on, you've got your little countdown in, and today is not my day. Tomorrow will be my day. So as you can see, that's linked in good. The thing that you would do next would be to, well, let's show that. So you do have this option to import or export your lyrics. So we're going to export our lyric. And then if anything was to happen to our file, our synced lyrics, we can go back and grab them. And then we're going to go here to export movie. You also have the option to do MP3G. And as you can see, I have a whole lot of options all the way up to 2160p for my export. So we're going to go to desktop with this. You may be able to hear in the background now it is pouring rain. This is a longer song than the one I did earlier, so it's going to take a little bit longer to export. But that'll just shoot out on the desktop there, and it'll be ready to upload. We're going to cancel that, though, just because that'll be a lot of dead time. The other thing I didn't really talk about that you can do is adding those images in. So let's do that. So over here you have a variety of tools. Select from cursor lets you kind of drag and select as many words as you want. You've got this one here called move selected to the other voice. So if you were doing a 2 vocal track song, for example, and you wanted this tomorrow will be my day over on the second vocal, you would just select it all and move to the second voice. It's disappeared here from the first voice. Let's apply to save that. So disappeared from the first voice. If you switch over to the second voice, it's over there. As far as what that looks like, well, it looks completely off because I didn't actually set where it's at. So let's move it down here and apply it and try again. And you see it's appearing down here. So that's a handy feature if you just want to enter all the lyrics in the first time, hitting spacebar, and then only grab the second track vocals when you want them. The other things you can do over here is simplify entire line of text or split, spell, or edit. So let's say you put in the whole file, everything was timed correctly, and you realize you misspelled this word. Some other programs you'd have to re-enter everything manually with the spacebar. Here you can just change the spelling. And it's right. The other thing you can do is if you missed a word, you can split it. So here it's telling you just put a space bar. And now you've got it into 2 words, tomorrow and split. The last thing we'll show you is just adding an image in. Now if I screw this up, don't be surprised. I'm still kind of learning how this works. So we're going to do a new event, and we want that image we uploaded earlier of the Plumtree album, and we're going to set it for the current time here, which is 36092, and hopefully apply that and see how this goes. Well, it looks like the lyrics that we haven't put in yet are just kind of auto-syncing. But if there weren't lyrics, they wouldn't be over there, and we would just get this background image that's kind of starting to slowly fade in. Okay, I think that just about covers some of the features as I understand them at this time, and hope this is helpful to somebody that wants to get started on this. And check out this program. Again, it's only for Mac, as far as I know. But it's really the only good option for Mac at this point in time. It's not cheap, but I think results are really nice and probably worth it if you're going to be serious about doing this. Okay, that's all I've got. I'll see y'all around. Peareoke out.